So thank you very much for a very wide-ranging talk. We have very little time because we're very aware that we're standing here between people and their dinner. But I wanted to return in just a few minutes to the theme of the Great Transition, which is the theme of our event, as you know, and to start on a personal level, your own transition into the world of politics, which has been very sudden. What has surprised you most in this great transition that you've just undertaken?
I think what surprised me the most is the love, and I mean this sincerely, is the love that people have for you, regular, super nice people that you don't personally know. When you go out there, and especially people of an older generation, they cry on you, and they see in you the potential for the country that they love, for the nation that they love, to improve and to leave a legacy for their kids, their grandchildren. And it's very humbling for me to have that. I've lived in the business world for many years. And in the business world, you interact with your superiors and your clients and your vendors. And it's a series of transactions, and occasionally there's friendship that evolves out of it. But in this world, in politics, and especially when you're the candidate and the leader of the opposition party, it's not a transaction. It's a moral responsibility to perform for these people. And for me, and I mean this sincerely, I don't care about the drama that happens in the news every day. I have those people in mind, and I will keep being in society and report to them for every day as I go forward as the head of the opposition party, and certainly if I have the honor to be their prime minister.
But it is a tough game, politics, that you're discovering very quickly. What about the great transition within Syriza? How do you keep the party together?
Politics is a very tough game, but so is business. And in some ways, politics is surprisingly more fair or more just than business. Why? Because you get judged every day, and you get judged by a lot of people. And so if you're authentic to yourself and you want to do the right thing, over time, you will succeed. Whereas in business, one boss can dictate your future. You can go back 10 years. So in some ways, politics is more just, and certainly is more beautiful than business. There's no doubt about it.
But my question, how do you keep the party together? Because you're facing some people who are already, you're having to exert some discipline over the party. How's that challenge?
Daniel, there's pluralism in our party. There's very little difference in political persuasion. Unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to develop these relationships over many years, such as some other people in the party. But I'm confident that as they come to meet me and see that this is just a nice guy who wants to do something good for his homeland, I think they will come around and see that we can win and change this country. And the vision is what will unite everybody and grow the party.
So I guess that leads to my final question, which is about the great transition for Greece. And how do you set about the task of persuading the country? As you said, the election just happened and you were resoundingly defeated. I know you've paid full tribute to your predecessor, Alexis Tsipras. But you have a mountain to climb in persuading Greek voters that you are the person, come the next election, to take this country forward. What is going to be your priority in doing so?
I disagree with the premise of the question, which is that I am the person to take this country forward. You need a team. You need a team of people with the same morals and competence and empathy. One person is not enough. You need a team, and you need a society that knows what they're voting for. One of my main goals until the next election is for the voters of this beautiful country, as well as the Greeks. This fly has like this whole room to go, and why is it on me? For the voters of this country, as well as the diaspora, because they're voters as well. They're part of the same nation. to vote for Syriza, not because they like me or they dislike me. To vote for Syriza because they know what we will do the next day. I am somebody who launched his campaign on a set of policy proposals. First one there was getting rid of the immunity for members of parliament that they have. You say this to people in other countries and they're like, what do you have in parliament? People have immunity? They can't believe it. There's also, you don't even disclose the terms of the loans that you have as a member of parliament. There's some very deep democratic issues in Greece that need to be addressed. Very deep democratic issues. And it's not enough for us to say, oh, Greece is the cradle of democracy, the birthplace of democracy, cradle of civilization. We need to have some deep introspection, and we need to have, as Syriza, we need to have a popular mandate to do that. If people are convinced that Stefanos and his team and their very detailed program is going to change the country to the better, I think we'll win.
Okay, well, I look forward to, this is the beginning of this journey for you. I look forward to coming back next year and the year after to track the progress. Very much appreciate you coming here tonight with us.
Do you think the year after I will be Prime Minister or Opposition Party Leader?
I'm not in the predictions game. So I don't know when the next election in Greece will be. Maybe you have a better idea of the forecast.
I think the UK has just found their ambassador to Greece over here.
So thank you very much. We'll resume the conversation, I hope, in a year's time. And this conference will resume actually on Monday with the final event of the conference. But meanwhile, thank you very much for this evening.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.